Well, hello everybody. I am JayLeonardJ, and this might be the only Big Muff Pi style pedal you're ever gonna need to buy. In my time as a guitar player, I have played tons of Big Muff Pi style pedals in my life. In fact, one of my first pedals was one of those black Russian Big Muff Pis. I don't even want to get into why I got rid of it. Now, some are really good at that kind of scooped, fat wall of sound, encompassing sound. Some are really good at that dry, papery crunch. Others are perfect for those searing lead, David Gilmour solo-y kind of lines. In my hands is the KMA Chief Disruptor. And to be completely honest, this pedal can do all of those sounds, plus quite a bit more, and it might just be the most versatile and above all fun Big Muff Pi style pedals I think I've ever really played. It really takes that Pi thing to the next stage. It has an active EQ on it, and a clean blend to really bring out those transients. 3 different gain modes. One is really good for tight, almost like overdrive style sounds, top boost, and a little mids button, so you can actually find your mid frequency for a nice big mid boost for solos, or a big mid scoop, hook it up to an expression pedal, have like a wah thing, or like a phasery, fake phasery kind of sound to it. Just a lot of really interesting sounds. I'm gonna stop talking, let's plug this thing in. I'm gonna go Fender Telecaster today with my tone-specific J.M.A pickups and Stringjoy strings, and I'm plugging it into a Benson Chimera amplifier. Let's plug this thing in. I'm gonna show you some of my favorite sounds in it. Let's have some fun. Well, let's just start digging into this pedal right now. I have the EQ flat, the top boost is off. Everything's fairly neutral, and I'm on the vintage setting, which is more a classic voiced Big Muff Pi-ish kind of sound. Let's hear what we got going on. This is the guitar and the amp on its own. And this is the Chief Disruptor. Now, the advantage of having this dual active EQ is, unlike with the traditional Big Muff, where you can either have lots of bass, no highs, and lots of highs, no bass, you can use them individually. So I can actually boost up the lows without affecting my highs. Now once I start really getting that bass going in, it's really kind of nice to add the top boost here, and that gives me a little extra harmonics and a little extra sizzle up top. Oh my gosh, let's go to the next mode. This is heavy mode. A little bit more sustain, a little bit more meat on that bone. It gets really deep. Let's hear what we got here. Now you can hear as I turn down those highs, it gets a little bit mucky with the definition. That's what the clean blend is for. I could blend in a little my clean tone, add just a little bit more attack. Let's hear what that sounds like now. So you can hear a little bit more. Now we have a post and pre-knob. With the pre-knob, my clean tone is getting mixed in with this EQ, so it's being affected by it. If I want it to not be affected by the EQ, switch it to the post, and now you're gonna hear a lot more clarity. And lots of definition. Now I could get mucky and really fat and thick, but I'm still gonna have a little bit of attack to hold me together. So now let's go to my favorite mode. It's the tight mode, and it really brings everything together, really dynamic, and it really just takes all the hair off the edges, makes it almost like an overdrive in a way. Especially, check this out, I'm gonna go low on the distortion knob here, and let's hear what that sounds like. then when I turn it up, I get this really glorious soloistic kind of style fuzz. That's so good. Finally, to add just one more layer of chaos to this pedal, you see this mid-frequency knob over here? I can assign it to an expression pedal, which is exactly what I did. Now, if I set the mids to a boost, I get some really interesting wah-wah-like sounds, or I could just park it at that sweet spot when I'm doing a solo. Now if I set the mids to a cut, I get a really unique effect. It almost sounds like, I guess, a phaser kind of sound. It's really, really beautiful. And that is the Chief Disruptor by KMA Machines. Well, that is it. That is the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to the page if you haven't done so already. Check out the links in the description below. And if you want to hear my full review on this pedal, please check it out on Patreon. I do my reviews on Patreon, sponsored by the Patreon supporters and all that kind of thing. And I do all my demos and tutorials, pretty much all the other videos I pretty much make right here on YouTube for all of you. My question for you is, for you Big Muff Pi lovers out there, what sound do you think is the perfect Big Muff Pi sound? Is it the David Gilmour sound? You know, is it the Pink Floyd solo-y sound? Is it that, like, I don't know, Black Keys, kind of like crunchy, almost like dirty blues kind of sound? Really curious, when you think Big Muff Pi, what's that sound that comes to your head? Right in the comment section below. That being said, I'll see you all soon. Take care and goodbye.